Good morning and welcome to today's edition of TVC Breakfast. My name is Etoma Edu.
Good morning, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. I am Veronica Danny Boy.
It feels good to hear that voice just before mine. Well, good morning, Nigeria. Welcome. It's a beautiful day. I told you guys yesterday, whenever I'm here, I'm very excited because I love my job. So we're going to have another beautiful conversation on the table this morning. I am Ria Abdul.
So that it doesn't sound like I don't like my job as well. I love my job and I'm happy to be here. Veronica, I'm not sure whether to say welcome to the show or you welcome me back to the show.
Welcome ourselves. I know. Welcome to the show.
But it's beautiful to hear that voice before mine.
Absolutely.
Welcome,
good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you.
She was sitting right there yesterday.
Yeah.
And she felt the heat.
Of course, this is my boss. So what
And the love.
Of course, but with you guys, of course, you'll be comfortable.
Absolutely.
Which is good.
Absolutely.
Anyway, like we have said, we have an array of issues we'll be looking at this morning, talking about the people who are seeking more states for Nigeria, and then the coalition. Some will say that it sounds like ADA, but all Democratic Alliance are looking forward to having a coalition. How is that going? And then we're going to look at stories that are trending now, as well as stories from the front pages of the newspapers this morning. But first, let's begin here, where the United States mission in Nigeria has warned all Americans to stay away from all military and government facilities in Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. In an advisory on its website on Sunday, the mission prohibited embassy staff members from unofficial visits to any government or military facility in Abuja and advised its citizens to stay alert in public places with particular attention to location and venues where Westerners, expatriates, and government officials frequent. The mission said that despite the warning, the consular sections of Embassy Abuja and Consulate General Lagos remained open. Reacting to the advisory, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has issued a rebuttal to the advisory released by the United States Embassy. He says that Abuja remains safe for Nigerians and visitors despite the advisory. The minister also acknowledged the right of the U.S. Embassy and other foreign missions to issue travel advisories for their citizens, but clarified that the advisory appears to be influenced by global security trends, not security threats to Nigeria's capital city. It's important that that clarity is made by the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris. Importantly, yes, it's about global security issues, not because of security threats in the F.C.T, which some persons might misconstrue in the process of trying to understand what's going on. But issuing an advisory looking at the role U.S. is playing considering the war between Iran and Israel, it's important they give that advisory, don't you think?
Yes, it's important. And that advisory, when I looked at it critically, I felt like you just said, it might not be because Abuja itself has a problem, but their involvement in the Iran war, and they are trying as much as possible to ensure that their citizens everywhere in the world are not taken as a bargaining chip, and so on. That might be the reason. Another reason it might be that they have information about these particular areas they mentioned, and they wouldn't want their citizens to be part of it. America over the years has shown that if one citizen is in distress, the whole army, in short, the whole country does something about it. Yeah, it's because of that, people should take that advisory seriously.
Absolutely.
Yes, especially American citizens, they should take it seriously. I don't think that Abuja itself is under any kind of threat. But you see, I don't have security briefs every day.
You have to state that because it's important.
Yes.
And so it is only those that have the advisory and the details of what is going on behind the scene intel that can categorically say, you know what, it's either you take this seriously or you take it with a pinch of salt. But let's get your perspective.
For me, I feel like when anything like that is said, people need to take precaution. Yes. Whether it happens, whether it doesn't happen. When they have told you that this may happen, you need to be careful. And we've seen, I feel like the war right now is not between between Israel and Iran. It looks like it's between Iran and America because we've seen a lot of things happen. We've seen like a lot of back and forth. This morning I was looking at one of the correspondents on the international platform. He was saying that his flight had to even be turned around because he couldn't land at a particular destination. So a lot is happening, and we know how Americans are very passionate about their citizens. So if they have said this, I feel like we also need people to understand that nothing is happening in Abuja. It's not as if Abuja is under any scary thing, but this is what US is saying to his own citizens, that anything can happen. Right about now, we don't know if anybody will retaliate. We fingers crossed, but I think that that's a step in the right direction, and it's not something that we should just take lightly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you guys actually think it could maybe stemming out of the fact that there is this Israel-Iran war, and that's why they are warning their citizens. I don't know what directory they're giving to their citizens, advisory rather, they're giving to their citizens outside of Nigeria. Because Iran actually struck Qatar this morning, saying they're attacking the army base of the U.S. Army base, sending 19 missiles, 18 were intercepted, 1 fell, but they didn't cause any damage. But that's their personal problem. They shouldn't bring it to the country. But we also have this same U.S. not giving directory to their citizens when a woman, a lawmaker, and a husband were fatally shot, recently, just this month. And so what happened?
Where were they shot?
Yeah, Minnesota. So we saw that happening, and the issue of gun violence, how much of advisory are they giving to their own citizens within their own country, where gun violence is very, very rife, where people are dying. A lot of people are dying every day in the US. But I love the fact that you guys said, whether it is true, whether it's going to happen or not, we should take precautions. But it doesn't mean that Nigeria is under fire. But we know we're having our own domestic problems, and our intelligence are also working.
Absolutely.
And when that intelligence is given, we should stick to it. But I do not want US to, keep maintaining that. Yes, we know everything. That one I seeing you all, that kind of a thing. They should, focus on the.
Of course, and that's why the Minister of Information came out to say that our intelligence, our intel, our security personnel have every situation under control. They are at alert and they know what's going on globally. And based on that information, they are doing the needful and will ensure that not just Nigerians are safe, but also visitors, be you from the US, whatever country you came from, are safe. If you are at the capital, that's Abuja, the F.C.T. as it is, or wherever you are, even across the country, it's important that that assurance is given that Nigeria is on top of its game. But of course, we must also pay attention to what's going on globally, because there might be reaction from anywhere, and we can, because some persons are overzealous, and you cannot tame their activities.
We've seen protests as well.
Yeah, we've seen protests.
Yes,
so it's important that we begin to put our foot on the ground to ensure that nothing gets out of control.
Oh, well, it's a country that wants to be proactive when it comes to the safety of their citizens. So they want to bring those kind of early warnings that may not say, look, there's so much danger, but just be cautious.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think why he came out to speak is because we panic a lot. Because even when I saw that on social media, I was already seeing comments of people say, oh, where shall I go? Where shall I not go? Even people that are not US citizens. So Nigeria wants to say something, there's a lot of panic. So I think what he said is also a step in the right direction. It also gives people some sense of ease. But like I said earlier on, once it has come out to say this may happen, and they're advising that stay clear some places, just do the needful.
I thought when you said panic, when she mentioned panic, I thought she wanted to say, I want to run out of Nigeria.
This is home for me. This is home.
All right, we have to move on now and bring you the news update.